Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've just been and bought myself a new chop saw. My old one gave up the ghost. I had an Evolution before this one, and it's just packed in now. So based on the budget I had to buy, I bought this for £110, which I didn't think was too bad. I checked it out on display to see how robust it was and see if it was what I wanted. So this is the type of thing that I would buy as far as size, because it fits in the van and I can put it in my workshop if I need it. It's the JCB MS210SB I mitre chop saw. It has a laser guide, max cutting depth of 70mm. It has a 210mm blade, and of course it does the mitre and bevel things. So it's also one of the slidey ones as well, so it has a sliding bevel as well. So what we're going to do now is get it all opened and unboxed for you. You can see this is just how I picked it up as well. So the other good thing about it is it's 13 kilograms, which is including the box. So it's fairly lightweight. I think it's a lot lighter than my old one. What's in the box? So a little bit you can see we have a clamp, loads of bits of plastic bits. Oh, that's the dust bag. It looks like you need to put this thing together. So there's the arms for the sides, and some much welcome instructions. Oh, a spare set of brushes. I think they might be intending them to go then. Looks very much like a D-bolt on the surface. So pull it out, this is the big of the box. One of the things with it's getting all the stuff out of the polystyrene sometimes. It's so awkward. There we go. More rubbish for the skip. Here we go, and there it is. So we have the JCB, like I said, chop saw, tie wrap together, so we can just cut that off. Oh, that's a nice thick tie wrap. Obviously we're just holding it all together. Polystyrene. So what you need to do is there's a thing there. What you need to do is pull that. Once you've pulled it, it will release the arm up. There you have the guard. Have a stop there to stop you when you pull it down. The guard then lifts up. So obviously, oh, the boxes are all falling down behind me. Obviously you have the dust bag here. So that's just basically a spring clip. What that does, it fits on the back here. Now one of the things you can do is attach a vacuum cleaner to that. When I say vacuum cleaner, I mean dust extraction, which most industrial workshop vacs will do. You need to make sure the zips up on this. Now this will collect most of your sawdust, but won't actually clear it all off. So we'll just check out what the instructions say now for all these bits and pieces. We know what we're doing. So you have two arms that go on the side and two pieces of plastic here that have a thing to tighten them up. So what these do is they fit on the side of the saw like that. They just push in. You have a screw there to tighten that up. Just down here there's a screw. So just lift that up a minute. So there's the screw. You can tighten that up once you're in, and then you've got two arms. What these do is just support your piece of wood. If you're cutting a piece of wood, just help support it there. Keep it in place. Just helps with the balance. So we'll put the one on the other side now. Then we know what we're doing. I must say this is quite a simple mitre saw, to be honest. The last time I bought one I was spent ages putting it together. Now this is the thing for locking off your saw when you've got it into the right degree. What we'll do now is just show you what it is. So here you have all the mitre degrees and a little guide there showing you where it should be. So if we set it to 0, so this should give you a straight 0. You should feel it lock in. It is a lever here which so you can move it about, but once it's locked in it shouldn't move. Then what you do is you tighten the bolt thing here into place, and that should lock in the saw where you need it. Then if you need it to cut say 45 degrees, you just move it across to there so it shows 45 degrees, and again you can lock off the saw. It just keeps it a bit sturdier, and then you've so what we'll do is lock it off at 0 again, and I will cut some wood. We'll get it all plugged in and set up. So the other thing as well before I plug it in is you can actually bolt it down to the surface if you want to make it more permanent. Another thing you can do, now this is my workbench, is you could actually cut yourself a recess in the workbench so that it sits flush with the top of your bench, and then you wouldn't need these arms on it. But you also need to measure it all out and make sure you've got enough room to slide it about as well, and make sure that so what we're going to do, we're just going to roughly cut this wood because I am going to use it somewhere else just to see if it works. There we go. That's a nice clean cut. If you want to adjust the angle, there's a bolt at the back here. It looks a bit like a dart. So just show you that at the back. This dart looking thing here. So this will enable you to tilt the saw into a 45 degree. So if you was cutting skirting boards or something like that, you would be able to tilt this over like so. Here you have adjusters for the depth. So if you want to say stop the saw from going to a certain depth, so you can basically cut grooves into wood, you would adjust these down. So if I adjust that down now, there's a little thumb screw at the top, so this is quite easy to do with your thumb. a little locking nut, so you have to keep making sure that is lifted. So what we'll do now is, if you watch that now as it goes down, it will stop on this bit here, this little plate here. It just stops there, and that then stops the blade coming down any further if you wish to cut anything like grooves or anything in the board. Then when you've finished, you can just move it across like that, so it looks like that, and then you see that bolt then goes all the way down, and then the saw goes all the way down into the cutting thing here. So this is the JCB MS210SB crosscut mitre saw, and first impressions, it's quite a sturdy little machine. It's fairly lightweight, has an aluminium base, has a 1500 watt motor, so it's got plenty of power there for when you need it. Added bonus of having the laser guide as well. It's done a pretty decent job of cutting this decking here, and to be honest, them are fairly straight, to say it's straight out of the box. I'll probably make another video and show you how to level up the saw so you want perfect 90-degree angles or 45-degree, because there are ways you can adjust saws like this. But on the surface, it's pretty good piece of kit. Like I say, it's lightweight, so I'll be able to use it in my van and on other jobs, as well as using it in my workshop in my garage here. So yeah, that's the JCB MS210SB crosscut mitre saw for you. Hope you enjoyed the unboxing of this, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.